I have things for you.
If it belongs, there is a bit more in the back. Oh, please, take a look. Oh, please, take a look. Oh, please, take... Appreciate the business.
I don't mind bunking on the ship, but nothing is better than unwinding in your own quarters. Oh, that's a hell of a gun modification. I picked up something you might be interested in.
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
Hey there. Good to
Is that my beautiful shipment? You were right about this one, Masako. Looks like it. This should be more than enough. Now, I shall excuse myself and get to work on finalizing this project.
So, what did you learn about CM Station RC-1? Lucas must be desperate if he hired them to collect the Rothosite. Were there any survivors? Good. I may not condone murder, but I refuse to have sympathy for indiscriminate killers like Ecliptic, especially after massacring innocents working for us. Now, I also had a report that you were spotted at the clinic. I take it you traced the... I figured it was related. And were you able to determine the purpose of this? Human trials? Without even completing his product? Oh, Lucas must be insane.
To hell with corporations and CEOs and profit margins. People have died, and you aren't showing the least bit of remorse.
I'll make sure Yuko's team extracts every bit of information they can from the clinic's database on. Between hiring Ecliptic and unauthorized human trials, we have enough to take Lucas down for good. And with the Rothosite secure, it's almost time for us to make our move. Head up to the executive floor and speak to Dalton. He has an update for you on the mole's identity. I've called a meeting, and I expect you to attend. It's time to put the final plan.
All right, relax.
That is an absolutely gorgeous.
Good. All right on time. I reevaluated all the evidence. It took every resource I had, but the final answer is clear. Ularu is the mole. Yes. You made the right call. I've briefed Masako and discussed her plans on handling this. While we both agree Ularu is guilty, we need irrefutable evidence before presenting this to the board. For now, we lead everyone to believe that Imogene was the mole, and the situation was dealt with. Good. Keeping Ularu in the dark is the key to taking her down. Masako has tasked Ularu with writing the program to bring down Infinity Ltd. We believe she'll take the chance to incriminate Masako within the program, so this could provide the evidence we're looking for. You will be tasked with the assignment to infiltrate Infinity, so before you go, I want you to bring that program to me. Then we'll have to find another way to build a case against Ularu. Good. Once Ularu believes she's properly deflected any suspicion, I've no doubt she'll be bold enough to hide something within whatever program she writes. Now, let's attend. We called you all together to discuss a recent security breach. We discovered a mole within the company who leaked vital information about Project Dominion to Infinity.
You've got to be kidding me.
Just don't tell me it's Vina. I think we've all noticed she's not here.
Before you speculate any further, no, it's not V. The guilty party is Imogene Salzo, much to my disappointment. Our operative here obtained the evidence to confirm.
Dalton, how does something like this happen?
Imogene is highly trained. Ularu can even speak to that. We demand the best. So that's the threat we deal with.
I may have well-trained operatives, but security is your responsibility. This is a huge failing on your...
I accept the responsibility, but let's not forget. The mole has already been exposed, and...
Of course. Thanks to another of my Watch me.
Imogene's been dealt with, so bickering is pointless. All I care about is reacquiring our property and what this might be costing us.
Vina is completing the internal neuroamp prototype as we Our operative will receive the implant, infiltrate Infinity Ltd, and obtain any and all research. I have it on good authority. The experimentations they've done to replicate the missing pieces of our work have resulted in...
I can't imagine the mess their legal department has on their hands.
If I may make a suggestion, we should give this evidence to David at SSNN. It's the best neutral method of releasing this information to the general public.
That'd make my job easier.
David it is, then.
Misako, the internal neuroamp is ready if you want to send down the candidate.
I hope you're ready for this. And that's precisely why I know Vina will be waiting for you in the neuroamp division in R&D. Once you're done, meet me in my office. Be ready to discuss the details of your next...
So much work to do.
This deal could be huge.
Are you sure you're okay? Contact.
I have to admit, I'm a bit jealous of Religion's gorgeous design aesthetic.
Ah,
Perhaps
here's my
I
lucky
should have
candidate.
their architects
I
renovate
hope
the
you're ready to
lounge.
embark on one of... Yes, I always... Now, just a few details before we begin. Obviously, we'll be putting you under. I'll be making a small incision in the back of your skull where the internal neuroamp... The whole procedure should only take 3 to 4 hours with little to no downtime afterwards. Provided DeMarcus got everything entered correctly.
Did I not just say I quadruple-checked the numbers?
You know I'm just giving you a heart. Besides, I've got to make sure my patient is reassured. You're gonna be fine. All I'm saying is that you're in good hands. Now, just lie down on the table once you're ready, and we should be...
The fact that the neuroamp can control and manipulate people against their will is disgusting. The device shouldn't be allowed to exist.
fog's finally up. The operation was a success, obviously. Once you're able to refocus, let me know how you're doing. So, how are you feeling? You look good? That's exactly what we want. Just a couple quick notes before using the internal. First, you can only influence one person at a time. And second, the effect is temporary, so be prepared if you use it in a combat. Great. Now let's test this sucker out. DeMarcus has graciously volunteered for... That's the spirit. DeMarcus loves being hands-on and experiencing things on his own. It's probably why he's the second most published scientist here. Just head up the stairs nearby to the observatory.
Two of us make quite the pair, eh?
Ну, уже давно открыто, что за хуйня, блядь? Блядь, лол.
On the one hand, I'm fascinated by the incredible technology. On the other, I'm terrified what could happen should this fall into the wrong hands. I've never been so divided about something in all my life.
Ну.
Oh my god, that was incredible. What was it like?
Wow. How to describe it? 1 minute I was excited about seeing how the experiment would go. The next, I had a brief moment of disorientation and figured I must have lost my train of thought. It felt eerily natural. And yes, I admit it, just as you predicted.
I knew it, I knew it, I knew it! I can hardly wait to finish writing up my latest dissertation. And you owe me 100 creds.
I'll be keeping myself under constant surveillance now. I'm curious if any other side effects may manifest.
So, tell me all about it. How did it feel? Yes. Good. Hear that, DeMarcus? That's...
I heard. It really was fascinating how all I experienced was a moment of disorient. It's truly remarkable. When it comes to your job, besides, the neuroamp is in total control. If a subject's morals or beliefs in something are strong enough, we still see points of failure. That being said, it's been interesting to discover the actions our subjects sanction in their own minds.
Okay. As much as I'd love to go over the details and potential of this amazing piece of technology I created, it sounds like you have an assignment to complete. And I'm on my 12th iteration.
Now that you've been outfitted with the internal neural, we're sending you into... Lucas Drexler is about to learn exactly why... And wish he shall. Every day. All right. Yuko has provided a layout of it. You have two options for this assignment. We'll be providing you with option A. You gain entry through their maintenance access on the roof. Option B, we give you an assigned identity and arrange a meeting for you. Yes, the less people you need to interact with, the better. Now, depending on your preference, you'll either find yourself in the maintenance hallway or the marketing department. From there, you have three top. First, you have Lucas Drexler's computer, located in his office on the executive floor. Second is Faye Sengsavan's computer, in research and development. And third, you need to obtain the prototype they are working on, also in R&D.
As you can see, you've several floors to traverse. So I hope you're prepared for it.
That's what we're counting. Now, I had Ularu create a program that you need to run on both Lucas and Faye's computers.
You see, once we expose Infinity Ltd, all of their data is going to come under intense. We only want the public to know about their mercenary hires and unauthorized human trials. But Project Dominion needs to remain confidential. I've created an overseer program that will gather all the evidence we need, and at the same time delete anything relating to Ryujin and the internal neuroamp. Exactly. And what the public doesn't know...
With tech like that, I can see why you'd want to maintain control of the narrative, though If
the media were to draw their own conclusions, I'm certain they'd just create a panic among people. Controlling the narrative is of the utmost.
Oh, let's just hope this program is as thorough as you say then.
No, we don't want to mess on this one. A body count will only distract from what we're trying. In fact, unless they're a master at being one with the shadows, I'd suggest you leave your friend behind. Simon Rychek provided some useful info on how to evacuate civilians from the building. I'm sure you remember him from... Infinity's maintenance crew is understaffed. It's only a matter of time before pressure gauges go unchecked and they have a massive issue. Once that pressure becomes too much, every floor in the building is going to suffer from gas leaks, setting off an automated... Simon was able to get a passcode for you to access their system's computer, so you can force the heating system to fail. I'd highly advise you use it. This assignment isn't the time to test. The only thing you're out there to prove is that you can get this. We're also issuing you it. It should help reduce their ability to detect. These suits are typically reserved for the senior ranks. Well, you're still here, so...
Once you've run the Overseer program and obtained the prototype, your final step is to deliver the slate to David Barron at the SSNN. If he asks questions, feel free to give him just enough information to pique his interest, but no mention of Ryujin. SSNN is used to anonymous tips. They'll do whatever verifications they deem necessary on their own. It certainly will. So, good luck, and be sure to report directly back.
Here's Simon's passcode, your operative suit, the Overseer program, and your cover. Your cover ID card is encoded with roof entry and elevator access. Don't screw this up.
Well, hello, sunshine.
Okay.
They know how to make a client feel welcome up
Do you have the program? With pleasure. So, let's take a look. Ah. Ha. The decryption's hit a snag. There's definitely something here. This is exactly what we needed. According to this code, Ularu intended to plant false evidence that would show Masako was working with Lucas. The moment you launched the Overseer program, a series of fabricated communication files would have been uploaded to the Infinity LTD network. One of them even frames Masako for encouraging Lucas to push for early human trials. I'm going to copy the necessary files off this slate and issue you a new one. I want to keep this one intact, so Ularu can't dispute it. All right. Now, we finally have the evidence we need to... Yes. And had you not brought this program to me in the first place, you would have been the one planting the... Without that falsified evidence, Ularu is in for a big... I fully expect she'll be eagerly awaiting SSNN's broadcast, anticipating Masako to be accused alongside Lucas Strick. Here's the new slate with the revised Overseer program.
exit and contact emergency services. We've got to hit the alarm!
Я не розумію, чого вони мене замічають все одно. А, блядь, я, мабуть, спиздив тоді замітництво.
All non-essential personnel must evacuate the building. Please find the nearest exit and contact emergency services.
go in. You just can't.
If you ever find
David's
yourself with a
my
hot
friend.
lead,
He
we
writes
will
me.
do our... Can I help you?
I hate to break it to you, but his PA is the one who signs all those cards and headshots.
Well, I'll be the... What's this so-called...
I came all this way.
Listen, I might be able to hook you up with
Corporate greed claims victims once
maybe
more.
get you a ticket to a speaking.
And you have evidence to support this.
That's all I can do.
You are the best!
Good. The less investigation we need to put into this, the faster. I don't suppose you want to tell me how you got this evidence. I figured as much. Is there at least a name I can cite? Why am I not surprised? As long as the evidence is adequate and verifiable, I expect it'll be aired within the hour, if not. Now, if you'll excuse me.
David's
Костюм-то нихуя не помогает для стелса.
pretty bold.
I've yet to hear anything of note on SSNN. As long as it's good news, I suppose I can open. And how did the neuroamp perform? I thought it would be. So now it's just a waiting game for SSNN to break? Once the story airs, we have another board meeting scheduled to decide how to... Go ahead, Maeve.
The SSNN broadcast has started. Shall I patch it through?
Yes, thank you.
Infinity Ltd. and Lucas Drexler are currently under investigation for a number of violations, including murder for hire, unauthorized human trials, and corporate theft. Authorities representing the UC and the Freestar Collective have been dispatched to a consolidated mining station and the clinic. Both locations are believed to hold numerous victims. Drexler's motivation appears to be an attempt to launch a new product based off stolen information from a competitor. The details on the project itself and the competitor have yet to be confirmed. This has been David Barrett for SSNN.
Perfect. This exposure puts Infinity right where we want them. The meeting will begin momentarily, but I want you to discuss the options we have with the other members. Infinity's net worth is about to hit rock bottom, so this gives us the opportunity to win a little more public faith. Quite right. The truth is, we'll be making evaluations. We'll shed any employees who don't make the cut, slowly but surely. By incorporating Infinity, we eliminate a competitor, get their best employees and contracts, and all while boosting... I'm glad we're on the same, which is why I'd like you to talk to the board to convince them this is... There are several who might disagree, and you have the perfect tool to help sway. Fine. Whether or not you use the internal neuroamp is up to you. But I still... You'll find most of the board members in their offices preparing. Vina is also here, waiting for the meet. We'll need at least 50% of the vote to go our way. In the event of a tie, I trust you'll get it.
Don't want that you do any
Don't cause any trouble.
Did Masako send you to try and convince me to acquire Infinity LT? Our public perception is good enough. If you ask me, reaching out to save Infinity just makes us look weak. The internal neuroamp gives us the power to crush our competitors, not take them under our... This is exactly why Masako's time as CEO is... Oh? Your response tells me Masako must have given you similar... It'd be unlike her to not fully exploit an advantage. Especially when she believes acquiring Infinity is... The corporate world will hear SSNN's story and believe Ryujin exposed Infinity because they stole. It sends a strong message. But acquiring Infinity could be interpreted as a safety net. Infinity tried to screw us over, yet they still survived. We need to be sending a much stronger message. If you mess with Ryujin, we'll shut you down. Period. Ryujin Industries isn't a corporation built on heart. I think you know. The benefits may exist, but as long as everyone has Ryujin's best interests in mind, this should make for an interesting meeting. An issue? That would be a fool. Dalton and Alexis are the only two against it. You'd never get the rest to shut it down. As long as we have the proper safeguards and rules in place, the benefits exponentially outweigh. Even if we limit the usage to Ryujin Industries employees alone, the advantages are too numerous. Dangerous indeed. For all I know, you're using it right now. The irony. Perhaps I didn't see it earlier, but you're right. The moment a competitor reverse engineers Vina's work, it'll be chaos. The last thing I want is to have my brain scrambled because some engineer didn't do their due diligence. Now, if you'll excuse me, I still have a lot of preparations to make.
I hope you're enjoying your new neuroamp. And how's my favorite patient doing? Not seeing any... That's great. One step closer to seeing market approval. So, tell me... I hope you're not actually suggesting that the technology I spent years working on and perfecting never... This is groundbreaking work. Fine, fine. There's always data against something, no matter... After that SSNN broadcast, I can't imagine any... Now, I'm definitely not sure about risking my career over this. Well, this conversation's made me feel like a proper monster. But you're right. In a perfect world, tech like this is used for good. But this world is far from... It is. It really is. For years, my only focus has been, is this possible? And then, how do I make it work? I never stopped to consider if it was right, or what it would mean. I guess it'll be up to a vote either way. It's not on the meeting agenda, so I assume you'll bring it up. We just have to hope the others will. So the next question is, what will the fate of Infinity... That's what I'm hoping for. They may be the underdog, but that doesn't mean they don't have a brilliant... Well, this has certainly been the most interesting conversation of my day. All we can do now is look forward to the meeting, right? See you in there.
I'm glad we're making an effort in our appearance today. Just the person I wanted to see. I want to get all... Good. You've had the chance to encounter members of... Do you think they're worth redemption? Oh, I didn't mean in regards to Drexler's action. More in the sense of, should a superior company like Ryujin make room for so many? Your disdain is noted. And perhaps you thought I'd care because you're hopeful. Next question. What is your opinion on how Masako handled the mole situation? And why do you feel it was well handled? Please note I'm not disagreeing. I just want to know the why behind it. Being prepared for anything is a great asset. I appreciate the insight. I suppose I should ask if there's anything I can do for you. It's only dangerous to those who can't afford one. Hence the added motivation that will bolster... It's possible. But with Alexis and Genevieve driving the restrictions and presentation of such a product, this has been rather enlightening for me. I appreciate the time.
If only there were more hours in the day. If you need something, make... You heard correct. All right, I could use the... I prefer to operate on an abundance. If it was anyone other than Infinity, I suppose I might be over... Huh. Well, what do you know? Talent like yours... Don't even get me started. First off, if I find out you used that device on me, I will tie you up in court on whatever charges I can conjure for the rest. Second, that tech is one major human rights violation that no legal team wants to fight. I'll do whatever I can to make sure it's either severely delayed or collects dust. Well, I'm both glad and surprised to hear the one person who has one. Masako is lucky to have you at her disposal, you know? You may be the greatest asset. This exchange has been surprisingly
This meeting should prove to be... I assume Masako briefed... Good on you. If it were up to me, I'd have shut down Project. I knew it was a grave security risk. You read my mind. Let's just hope Masako and Plus, if we vote to acquire Infinity Ltd, we're about to add a significant workload onto my team. The last thing I want to deal with are any more incidents this new neuro-amp... I imagine we're looking at months of work. Infinity Ltd is obviously not known for their security. I only hope that Masako and the others will be patient. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some preparations to make. We'll be announcing Ularu's termination of employment at this meeting, so I need to have security ready to escort her up the...
Is Masako checking up on me to make sure I'm on her side? Well, you can let Masako know to rest easy. It just so happens that her agenda lines up. We just need to grab Infinity Ltd while it's got the public's full... I'm all about free PR, especially when it's painting us... I'm sure I can squeeze enough goodwill out of this to last us at least a... Well, you have my... The possible backlash on tech like this is not lost on me. However, the internal neuroamp will define the next era of tech, with Ryujin at the forefront. It's not an opportunity you just walk away. Not when you word it like that. But a product that can settle disputes or help broaden someone's point of view? Then you really have something that consumers will... Well, it seems your talents really do stretch beyond just being an operative. Good talk.
All right, everyone. As you all know, we've successfully exposed Infinity Ltd's botched human trials and murder for hire through SSNN. The public is demanding their leadership, namely Lucas Drexler, face trial, and he's probably writing his resignation as we speak. Ryujin will be launching a statement, but I believe now is the perfect time to acquire Infinity Ltd.
The operative is right. Legal ramifications are a certainty, but the benefits far outweigh the disadvantage.
Arguments?
Infinity Ltd could be the Pandora's box of financial and legal risks. I simply cannot support an acquisition.
We should be crushing our competition, not rescuing them from their own. This is a weak decision, Masako. In fact, I move that Masako be removed from CEO...
Ularu, this isn't a line you want to cross.
And considering you're the mole, if anyone's going to be removed from power, it's going to be you.
Hold up. Are you saying you lied to us?
Dalton, the last meeting we had, you distinctly said Imogene was the mole, and she'd been dealt with.
Do you even have any proof to back up this outrageous...
Of course we do. The malicious code you hid on this slate to upload incriminating evidence against Masako onto Lucas Drexler's computer.
To put it bluntly, Ularu, you're fired. Security will hold you in your office until a proper exit interview can be done.
This isn't right. I should at least have the opportunity to resign.
And allow you to still be marketable to a competitor? I don't think so. This may be news to me, and I will be reviewing the evidence closely. But this isn't something you just get to walk away from.
Security, escort Miss Chen to her office and see that she stays.
You'll regret this. All of you.
I believe the only regret would be trusting you to begin with.
All right, back to business. All in favor of acquiring Infinity LTD?
Aye.
All against?
Nay.
Good. Alexis, start drawing up the necessary documentation. Anyone have anything else they'd like to bring up? The internal neuroamp is a key component of Ryujin Industries' success for the next 10 years. If not, why would we shelve it after we've finally...
I can't believe I'm saying this, but she's right. Regardless of the pros, the cons are too morally and ethically irresponsible to move forward with.
Agreed. Not to mention the security risks.
Very well. All in favor of shelving Project Dominion?
Aye.
All against? Vina, prep Project Dominion for storage. Any other matters to bring forward? None? This concludes our order of business for today.
So much work to do.
Shelving the internal neuroamp. Not the outcome I anticipated. A fine point, but it still proves its use. The truth remains. Lucas Drexler learned a hard lesson, and we exposed a traitor. You've proven yourself to be quite the asset here at Ryu. Of course. But these particular assignments required a certain secrecy that most do not. I truly appreciate the work you put into exposing Ularu. No operative has ever had to investigate our own to the extent that you... I can imagine it may have been a lot of pressure, considering you were fairly new at the time. I hope that enthusiasm sticks with you for them. Imogene's instincts were right. Now, as promised, I have your bonus. I hope you'll find it appropriate for all. And I'm promoting you to senior operative. It's well deserved. As for the details, I think someone back on the operations floor would prefer to explain them.
Це? Якого хуя? Та блядь, не та місія.
Epside's a bad place for tourists these days. Sauvages. Nice. How many velocities did I have?
Yeah?
Hello. Good?
Чого воно світиться?
What are you looking at? This? This is Epside Strikers.
Only the upstairs. Don't bother my cousin.
Fine, upstairs. That's gang territory. This is such bullshit. Yeah, used to be people were afraid of the Strikers. We had a name, got it? Now the disciples got us penned up in this lousy bar.
Andrea.
Fine, fine, fine. This beautiful estate. Do you have anything else, or are we done like this? So you stroll in here and want to meet with Briggs? Maybe you should meet with the business end of my shiv, huh, Tor?
No blood in my shop, Andrea. I'm this close to tossing the lot of you out on the street.
Fine, fine already. You're lucky. Only way you see Briggs is if you, want to join the Epside Strike. You know, I'll just do that. This ought to be good. Sure, let's go.
Astral Lounge, Euphorica, blah blah blah. This place is where it's at.
О, блядь. Куда вона впала, блядь?
Try Velocity yet? It'll change your life.
Who's this?
Someone says they might want to join.
A recruit? Been a while.
I know, right? Savage says we can't go killing people around here anymore.
We shouldn't be doing that anyhow. You want to join us? We're a gang. Not some daring adventure bullshit you can brag to your friends about. We steal. People that come to us have usually run out of options. Never judge a book. Let me tell you about us. What makes the Strikers different is it's us against every goddamn thing the world can throw at us. If you're in, we'll go through hell.
It's been a little too much of that hell going round.
Vogel, not the time. We do everything we can to make sure everyone's got a roof overhead and fish in them. I prefer we fleece the marks, not kill them. Better for everyone in the long run. But you do what you gotta do. Not so fast. I gotta get to know you first. What would you bring to the strike? Very useful. Done anything special? That's no joke. If you really are one of Ryujin's cleaners. I'm not sure what your game is, but if you really want to join, there's a tip. You're going up against the Disciples. Everyone in Ebside's been chewed up and ground up by Neon. Some people snap, and snap hard. The Disciples are maniacs, pure and simple. The test is to find out who has been arming those nutjobs with military-grade hardware. We're fully in alignment there. There's a warehouse they use. One of our friends said there's a slate there that has the info we need.
Well, that's my job. I was going to go in and make them pay.
You want it? Too bad, Vogel. You go in there, and it's a bloodbath. I want someone that can snatch it from them. Ideally with them never even knowing it happened. Consider this your audition. Try not to get killed, new fish.
Job's about getting the slate. Focus on that.
I can't believe you're actually going to do this.
I hope you aren't here to cause any trouble.
Eyes and ears. We have company.
Just a stupid.
Evet. Ah.
Don't
If the
break the
disciples
leg.
spot you, they're gonna attack straight away.
because it's an audition.
So, stealth was a no-go, but... shit. You took all of them out. So you're in. Everyone thinks the Ebside strikers are out for the count. But now that we know where the disciples are getting their guns, I feel the tide is trying to score points with the boss. Smart play. You might want to say hello to the rest of the gang. They should be friendlier, or I'll make them friendlier. After you take some deserved R&R, hit up Hatchet for any gear you may need, and a job.
The only ones you can trust are family. Huh. So you survived. Andrea thought Briggs wanted you dead, so he sent you away. Andrea was wrong. Andrea does what she has to. Everyone is hard because they have to be. These streets and alleys are all I know. They chew up the weak, they leave them broken or dead in the gutters. You are funny. Funny won't keep you alive. So the job is, we let the streets know the strikers are back. We have signs. Signs that indicate our... Hacking the signs is easy. Getting to them or fighting any disciples there? Briggs said he prefers no blood. But I say, make the disciples bleed. Here are 3 locations. Good. If you need things too, I can hook you up. It's my job to make sure all the strikers have what... Good luck. A lot of the signs are high up. Here's what I have.
It.
Be careful. Be smart out there.
So you're part of the team now. Briggs may be in charge, but know that I'm his second. So stay on my good side. Huh. You and me. This is going to work. Not going to lie. You've come to us during a shit time. Wasn't that long ago that we held our own against the disciples. Now we're just hiding behind our mother's scat. We need to do something. Well, did you want something? Serious goddamn military hardware. How can a knife compare to a fully auto Grendel? I mean, before then, we gave as good as we got. All of those we tried to make a stand. And after the funerals, everything was pretty fine till a couple years ago. They had their side of town, we had ours. I mean, we'd have misunderstandings, but Briggs always sort of things. Then one day, the disciples wanted all of Epside. It's been blood and knives ever since. Talk later.
I think you're gonna fit in well. Really well.
Nothing like a velocity after a rough shift at sea. So, you're part of the gang now, huh? Don't be too put out if it takes a while for the hooligans to warm up to you. They ain't big on... Me? No and hell no. I used to be a trader. Had a top-of-the-line tie-out, a flush bank account. I was at the top of my game. Then, one really epic crash at the Astro Lounge, and poof, gone. Woke up in the gutter, and I've been trying to crawl out ever since. I wish I never even heard of... Damn, I just suck at being the welcoming committee. I have a few hustles of my own. Plus, I'm not bad at a bit of the stand and deliver. Haven't had to end too many people. Yet. Times are bad now. Yeah. Well, maybe. Man, when you're tripping Aurora. But it can eat you up. Stay clear, kid. Trust me. See you later.
We love a jam.
If you're wondering what that smell is,
Jak to dobratać? True.
What do we have here? Decided to drop by on Neon and do a little vandalism, huh? There's a steep fine for that. Zero tolerance. Tell you what, you pay the fine now, and I'll let you off with a warning. Or things are going to get... Maybe. But as soon as you started putting up a Striker gang sign, that... Maybe I did. Yeah. I think... No, stop it, you're trying... You know what? I'm done talking to you. So either pay up... Wrong answer. Do not security, drop your weapons!
You don't need to wear your helmet. You know that, right?
Why?
Once I'm let
You really kicked the hornet's nest. Andrea's running point on grabbing the gun stash. I need you and Vogel to keep the disciples.
So we're finally doing this?
It's time, Vogel. The gloves are off. Both of you, keep the collateral damage down if you can. But it's do or die. Like the attitude, but don't give Neon Security any reasons to go after. You two coordinate whatever you need to. I know this is asking a lot. Newell's Goods has some armor. Not mil-spec Ranger gear or anything, but better than the cast-off clothes the Strikers wore. So if you could, well, spring for some armor upgrades, maybe convince Newell to sell it. All the Strikers owe you. Any credits it costs, I promise we'll pay you back. Now's the time for the Strikers to...
What can I get you today?
Finally, Briggs is going. I've been telling him to let his best man loose for weeks. So thank you. You bet. The plan's simple. We hit the street runners hard in as many points as possible. Then Andrea can waltz into their weapons cache, snag the big guns. Well, Briggs ain't the only one. Here's 3 groups of street rats for you. Me and my boys will take some others.
Take it easy. My mother won't.
And accessories for all your... You should have seen the look on Dexler's face when we told him. God... Oh, dear Lord. Did Briggs put you up to... All these gangs are a menace. I don't want to have any... They are definitely the lesser evil. All right, already, all right. You pay and I'll send Briggs his armor. But this is... I don't want anything to do with this madness. That's not a discount. That makes a lot of sense. I hear you. Fine, fine. You can have your discount if you just... I'll get the armor over to Madame Savage.
No, it's funny. Looky here. Just strolling. You're making this. Yeah, right. Easy, easy. You're starting to.
Itching to be a...
So you're the Striker's darling. The name's Holt, and I'm here to offer you. I'll let that slide. The Strikers are old news. Positively analog. You help us take out their so-called leaders and the disciples. Credits, yeah? A dumpster full of them. Literally, if that's your thing. And you give a damned about that wine? This ain't your fight. Epside's always been about survival of the fittest. As long as the tourists stay away, no one cares what happens. In order to keep a rat place, you gotta scare it. And if it happens to be good for a laugh, well... then it's time to die.
Блядь.
We got the guns, new fish. Went in, pop, 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 and the cash is on.
And that's thanks to me and my new best mate. Hit any problems on your... Same here. Little element of surprise and a few bullets. Then everything's going according to plan.
Good. Now we hit them where it hurts. This warehouse is one of their main strong. Not going to lie. Taking it is going to be hard. New fish, you wouldn't... What's the play? Go in guns blazing? We'll be drawing a lot of heat, but if you think you can handle it... You heard the plan.
Вибуховий патрон? Ні? А, Гадбастер. Це вони так вибухають?
Playtime is over. Downstairs, now.
never write off the strikers.
You think Neon Security wouldn't know about what's going down? Please. Looks like you've done a bit of violence. Word is, all of this is due to you. Why are you messing around with my As I can see. So here's what's going to happen. Gang violence gets too noisy. That hurts the bottom line around here. No one affects the bottom line.
Tell that to the disciples.
No. I want you to, Mr. Briggs. The disciples have been pissing me off for far too. So, your gang throws off Sewer Rat Blue and starts wearing Neon Security Black. Or, you can be found face down in the streets. And you say your goodbyes. Briggs is a smart lad. He'll make the right choice. Setting street rat against street rat is pretty... Don't take too long. Time to onboard the new hire.
Good you're here. Huddle up, gang.
Is this for real?
They want me to be a cop.
Shit. We could get a real pad. Maybe even move out of Epside? Briggs, I'm so...
After all we've done, Neon Security seriously will let that go?
I don't see why not. Do you really think anyone cares who stabs who in Ebside? What's your take? We've been struggling just to feed ourselves. Having a salary again. Hard to believe. Anyone object to going for the deal? This is your chance. Good. Really good. I'll give Owen the news. I can't say I was expecting this. Whatever god or gods we please to get you to help us. No, we'll be forever grateful. With resources and backup, the streets are gonna be safe. It looks like the strikers are retiring. And here's your cut.
Бля, ну его мне иллюстрировать. Пиздец.
Bridge done.
Garbage day.
Need some work done?
Welcome to Aquila City.
I'll say right up front that if you're short on... exhausted, more like. Of course, that's in addition to the special orders. Trade... I also work with the Council of Governors, the trade... Feels like I'm providing a service to the city while trying to run a business. Come back if you need a resupply.
Иди сюда. Да блять. Мадам Саваж.
Maybe you'd like to try a fellow. New customer. Bienvenue. Oh, this is my place. That means everyone in here is under my protection. If you're buying drinks, you better have cash. Finally, someone who So... Of course, of course.
Это ми Velocity. Нихуя себе, 500. Скільки в мене? 650 тисяч? Пиздец. Та що за хуйня, блядь? А я що, не получив Velocity? Шо, блядь? Блядь.
What can I get you today? Sorry, but I'm... No, I think it's a... That is the end. À tout à l'heure.
something? Yeah? Yeah? Well, then you either walked into the TA. So, now that's what I'm talking about. Nah, I don't think I want to get mixed up. Then here I thought you were just... All right, buzz off. Don't need it. I don't need any hand. Not something I'm in. I don't need any handouts.
Да, блядь.
All right, get out of here. If you're looking for supplies, here, let me see that. Oh, not a bad idea. Watch your back out there.
It's a wonderful day, my friend. Ah, thank you so much, my friend. I believe that this will be a great boon. Thank you for taking the time to do this for me. It is not all... Farewell, my friend. And... Tell everyone we have
Over,
plenty of
блядь.
mining supplies in stock.
Naya Adams was looking for someone discreet for a job. Apparently, I don't qualify.
Sorry, I'm busy at the moment.
What? I'm working here.
Чесно хочу допомогти. Єба. Аж дивно.
Stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
I'm confident my fellow business people will see the benefits of the cross-promotion. Oh, she did. Miss McKenna, it is my responsibility to pay the loan. If I cannot, then what? Really? Let me take a look. Oh, I did not know she felt this. She is always so professional. I thought she did not like me. That is why I have sent proxies to negotiate my debt. And I like her. Oh, that came out wrong. What I meant to say was, I respect her business. Look at me. Regardless, you have done me a service. You can tell Miss McKenna, I mean Chloe, that I accept her offer. I do have feelings for her, and maybe now. I know they say never to mix business with pleasure, but... Come back soon, my friend. It's always a pleasure to see.
Туди-сюди, блядь. Як же заїбав, то стільки біготні, блядь. Треба від бустами якимось бігати.
Private sector.
If you're here to buy, I'm afraid... That's fantastic! I was worried he'd take it the wrong way, so I'm glad you were able... I'll arrange for the funds to be transferred immediately. Hopefully Father will forgive them. And if he doesn't, I can always reimburse them when he retires. In any case, thank you, and...
Эти Гладис Коффин, блядь. Cheyenne System. І нахуй, мені взагалі не сюди. Яка ж буступрила ідея, блядь. В космосі, нахуй. Де немає, блядь. Атмосфера, блядь, що тебе уповільня, нахуй.
Hello, Captain.
Got some business here?
The galaxy must see.
Yes, yes, it's a singular honor to...
I see. And... Huh. So this is the velocity I've heard so much about. I must say, I'm cautiously... Look, I shall see if it lives up to its... Well, it seems you've done what I asked for you. I promised you reimbursement. I'm sure having the privilege to run this errand for me was payment enough for you. But I am a... Now, run along, please. I have much work to do. The future of space...
Не все, я думаю, що цікаво.
Crafting the future. Do make it quick.
Derry, whatever you say.
Окей. Мабуть, пізніше зайду. Треба по справам. Всім пока.